Hello mouses! It's a warm day, I won't keep you long. I've just been trying to go rock climbing, found out that the place I was going to go to, it's closed down. So, that aside, what I want to talk to you today about is the survey that's going on at the moment to show that there is no evidence to support the so-called spousal veto in the Marriage Same-Sex Couples Act, or the Equal Marriage Act as some people call it. So, the spousal veto is this requirement in the Equal Marriage Act that if you are married and you decide to change sex, your partner has to give you permission to get a gender recognition certificate. Now, if you're not married, you have a right to this document. You can get a gender recognition certificate if you fulfill the requirements. If you are married, you can fill all those requirements as much as you like. If your partner says no, you can't have one. And today I found out from Gyrez, which is one of the support groups for trans people and does a lot of research into transgenderism and the problems around it. And they have found out that this spousal veto comes from a bunch of civil servants who role-played being in a marriage with a transgendered person. Basically, a bunch of people decided with prejudice and supposition that they would pretend and play make-believe at work and base their legislation on their findings from their particular game. This is no way to run a society. This is no way to produce legislation, certainly not decent legislation that's well thought out. This is like, oh, my dwarf just got shot by an elf, so I'm going to decide that if elves are allowed to shoot dwarfs, then we should have legislation that dwarfs can defend themselves. It's basically D&D on the writ large on the British government. It's ridiculous. And when a load of trans people and supporters put in amendments to the Marriage Same-Sex Couples Bill saying that we should remove this, the Junior Minister for Equality stood up in the House of Parliament and said there was no legal basis to support those amendments. Apparently, the civil service told her, oh, no, you can't do that, there's no legal way to do it, and she believed them. Because, of course, a minister is supposed to be able to rely on their civil servants. But of course, these ones hadn't been given her the proper information. There is no legal basis for supporting a spousal veto. There's a lot of legal basis for getting rid of it, but they switched that around because it hides the fact that they basically legislated based on a game of make-believe. So anyway, at the moment what I'm doing is I'm trying to collate information that demonstrates that this spousal veto will be misused by vindictive partners. There are a lot of vindictive partners. So I've got a survey out to collate the information on vindictive partners, partners that tried to stop people transitioning, partners that have made life hell for trans people. And what we're doing is we're going to collate all that and show that there are vindictive people out there who will use this new ability to further damage other people. So, if you're a trans person and you happen to have a partner, I'd love you to fill in this survey so we get the most responses as possible and it's the more accurate for it. And if you know any trans people who have a partner or have had partners in the past who cause problems, then by all means send the survey to them as well and get them to fill it in so we can show the government that this is not an acceptable way to do things and it will damage people in the long run. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I will put that link in the description bar below and it's along the bottom of this video as well if you want to just type it in. But thank you very much for watching. Until next time, if you did like this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on as well. And do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson. You've been watching The Knob Mouse Show. Hopefully we've got some better news tomorrow. I'll see you then.